So guys, Pig 64 Part 2 is almost here. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Pig 64, I'll put some gameplay up on the screen, but it's basically an online platformer game created by this team right here, Team I2R, or Imagination to Reality, led by a very popular Roblox Piggy developer called Derpy. This game is kind of a spin-off of the original game Piggy made by Minitoon, and it centers around collecting items and unlocking secrets as one of the characters from Piggy. It kind of looks like Super Mario 64. Now, it came out last month, and it was a pretty big deal in the Roblox community, and after about a week of just everybody searching for clues, for hints, and trying to beat the game, we have officially reached the end of part 1, or at least that's what the developers said. And well, the developers also said that in the near future we're gonna get a part 2 of the update. And guys, Team I2R just tweeted with not only a hint for part 2, not only a release date, but also a picture that everybody who played Piggy Book 2 will know. Team I2R tweeted "One Lies Beyond the Grasslands, ship emoji, Pig 64 Part 2 Venture Beyond DLC, August 2nd, 1984. Also, the DLC is free, you don't have to pay Robux, okay? Now, before we get into the image itself, I do want to just take a closer look at the date. It says August 2nd, 1984. So the story in Part 2 of Pig 64 will be in 1984. And so I think that's what 1984 stands for. However, this date right here might be a hint for the release date. Well, actually, I'm like 90% sure that this is the release date. It says August 2nd. So that means that the update will be coming out in about a month. And now, chat, here we have the image. Oh my god, guys. We have a lot to talk about here. So the first thing you all Piggy fans are noticing is the ship. That's right, guys. It's the Medora from Piggy Book 2 Chapter 8, the ship chapter, the one owned by BUDGEY back in Piggy Book 2, and it just docked right here. And well, my guess is that we can actually go inside the ship, you know, explore the ship, maybe collect some new items or something. We'll see. I'm not really entirely sure, but oh my dear god, if BUDGEY shows up, this will actually be sick. Now, I would say that the rest of the map looks like kind of like the spawn world, but if we think about it, I don't think we've ever had like a dock in the map. So I think this is either like a map expansion or maybe like an entire new map. I mean, we definitely do have like a portal. This seems like the warehouse portal. But again, I'm not sure. Like I said, either this map is a redesign of the main, you know, lobby, main spawn world map, or it's just a completely different map. Now, if you do take a closer look over here, you can actually see that there are some characters on the boat or on the ship. There's a guy waving over there. There's another dude over here, but I can't really see who they are. They're like too far away. Although what's very interesting is that it seems that this guy right here has an orangish suit. And if we take a closer look back at Piggy Book 2 Chapter 8, you're gonna see that all of the crew had an orange suit. Well, except BUDGEY, but I'm talking about like the crew itself, like Archie and all of the other ones. I forgot their names. But you get the point. But this character's clothes kind of, you know, look similar to the ones that the crew was wearing. Now, another reason why I think this is a redesigned map is because if you take a closer look at the left side of the screen, you're gonna see that same building that we're trying to get in, right? The one where you have to type the code in and then go in and then get the glitch world. Yeah, that one. I'm pretty sure that's the one. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that in the next update, we're getting a map redesign. Instead of the lake over here, we're gonna have the dock. But what's very interesting, there's like a weird white cube, like just in the center of the image. And I'm not sure what it is. Like, it's just a random white cube. Like, it doesn't look like anything we've ever seen before in Piggy or pretty much anywhere else. It literally looks like it just doesn't even fit in this image. Like, there's a ship, there's everything, you know, the grass, and there's just a random white cube over there. I'm really not sure what that is. Okay, guys, editor Mr. Cat Plays here. I've been looking at this picture a little bit more, and what I saw is, number one, there's a character hidden behind the weird white box. Like, it's something you can actually touch, kind of like some sort of building. And number two, there's actually some weird gray looking oval thingy, and I think this is actually the door to this white building right here, except you can't see the full door because of these two trees. But I think this is some sort of weird building that you can go into, or maybe you have to unlock it first. So yeah, this actually seems pretty interesting. Okay, I've just been looking at the image a little longer, and I actually managed to find something interesting. So if you go down there, right under the docks, there appears to be something over here. I'm not really sure what that is. Kind of looks like sort of a bag, or maybe it's a character. I'm not really sure. I mean, maybe just like a decoration, like, you know, those plants that grow inside water, because, you know, there's a little green thing over there. Maybe that's it, but I don't think so. I think this looks like something else. Maybe like one of the items we're gonna have to collect in the future or something. I mean, I don't know, but seems rather interesting. So this is actually some pretty big news and a pretty big leak, because in the main Piggy game, we haven't really had a chance to explore BUDGEY as a character, and that character kind of became mysterious. Like, we got into the ship, we got off, and then BUDGEY just left us in Chapter 9, and that's pretty much it. And well, everybody was pretty much complaining about, you know, not learning more about BUDGEY. BUDGEY became kind of like a mysterious character, and we thought that maybe BUDGEY Budgie was gonna be like a bad guy. Maybe they're gonna betray us. Budgie actually even lied to us at one point, and then they just left us at the docks, and we never saw them again. So hopefully now we got a chance to learn something more about Budgie, about the character. You know, are they a bad guy? Are they a good guy? Maybe even something about the crew. Okay, editor Mr. Cat Plays here. I think I've just found the Pig 64 Part 2 place inside of the Pig 64 game. And here it is, right here it says Pig 64 Part 2. It was created today and updated 1 hour ago. And well, for those who think it's fake, if you click on the Team I2R group, it's the official one made by Derpy Dervy. He's actually in studio right now. As you can see, this is the official group that made Pig 64 the game. But yeah, so far there's no badges, no game passes, nothing. Of course, the game is private, you can't access it. But like, this can either be like a testing place, or it's the actual place where Pig 64 Part 2 will take place in. If this is the actual Part 2 game, this means that Part 2 is going to be absolutely insane and absolutely huge. So huge that you can't just fit it into one game, you gotta make a sub place because it's so huge. Kind of like Piggy Book 2, for example. It's obvious that you couldn't just put Piggy Book 1 and Piggy Book 2 in the same game. What Minitoon did instead is make Piggy Book 2 a sub place in Piggy, the main game. Like I said, if it's not a testing place, if it's, you know, the actual Part 2 game, this new update is going to be insanely huge, and there's gonna be so many things to do, so I'm really excited for it. We're definitely gonna be stalking this game while waiting for Part 2 to come out, so that's awesome. So yeah, we're probably gonna get more and more hints and leaks throughout this month, so I'll make sure to keep you guys updated if the Pig 64 developers say anything. Let me know down below what are your theories for Pig 64 Part 2. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!